Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us, however you may be joining us. We appreciate it. And you know, a lot of the good things in our lives are because a lot of other people are working to make sure that those things are good. How we're centered, how we're balanced, and more importantly, how we're blessed very often comes from those people working very hard to make sure that we have those things in our lives. Very excited to welcome back to our show, Amy Ponson. Amy, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Keith. It's always a pleasure.
All right. Of course, Amy is the CEO of the Catholic Foundation of South Louisiana. Joining her, Father Andre Melanson. Father, thanks for being here.
Great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Father, of course, pastor at St. Bernadette Catholic Church. All right, let's talk a little bit about iGiveCatholic, which is such a wonderful idea. Amy, take us back to the 8 years ago when this kind of started. Tell us of what iGiveCatholic is and the foundation of that.
Yeah, so iGiveCatholic is a national platform where more than 60 dioceses across the country participate on Giving Tuesday to encourage and build community to give to your local church and give to your local parish. So the Catholic Foundation has hosted iGiveCatholic for our diocese, the Diocese of Houma Thibodeau, these past 7-8 years. And, you know, it started right before I came back in 2016, and it has grown substantially, Keith, over the course of our lifetime of hosting this Giving Day. And it's been a beautiful evolution to see. You know, our first year, we raised right at $25,000, which was so wonderful.
Right.
For, you know, to our first year in and people not knowing what it was.
Right.
Then we put a lot of energy and emphasis on our parishes and our schools, finding good projects for them to promote that they need,
right.
And identifying needs versus wants. And over the course of those 7-8 years, iGiveCatholic collectively for our diocese has raised over $6.4 million, investing back into our schools, our parishes, right here in our home. And this year, we are just dollars short of $1 million, which right at, I think it's a little over $911,000 at the moment.
Yeah.
And the dollars keep coming in. You know, there's still some time.
And so the exciting thing is when we started filming, we were around 906,000, and that's going to over 911,000, which is a beautiful thing. It talks about how each person makes such a big difference, and we can do that globally, each person giving a little, unless there are a few people that really want to give a lot, which we're more than glad to accept.
Of course. But the whole point behind iGiveCatholic, and I know that Father Andre can agree with me, is about building community. Every dollar, no matter how small or how large, makes a huge difference. St. Bernadette School and Church Parish has been fun to watch because they typically are one of the top schools and parishes to engage the number of donors who give. I want to say you guys at the school were close to 160 or 170 families that contributed to the school this year. That's amazing to be able to do that.
Yeah, and I've been involved in my current parish and the parish before is at St. Thomas Aquinas before. I remember that 2016 year when we didn't gain a whole lot. We didn't know what it was. And then over the years, as we bring forth these projects and we encourage our people, you know, you tithe every Sunday. That keeps the lights on, pays the bills. But our parishes, they age. We have building projects we want to do. We want to establish missionary efforts. We want to fund programs. And so those special projects a lot of times don't have the opportunity to get done unless we have something like this. And the whole diocese coming together with the whole local church and encouraging philanthropy gives people an opportunity to say, okay, it's great to keep the lights on. We need to do that. But to be able to fund this project that the whole parish or whole school community sees as a value is something I can get behind, and I can see this is how I'm making a difference, which is really awesome.
Very tangible.
Well, and so making a difference for all of the people that attend the church, making a difference for all the ones that the kids that attend that school. Our school, our buildings are getting older. You know, we're fortunate that we've got such a long history of strong Catholic churches and strong Catholic schools in our area, but they're getting older, and there's these projects. Again, the tithing takes care of keeping the lights on so people can come to Mass.
Correct.
But is not available. There's not enough money in that to be able to do these special projects, and that's special to the people that get to enjoy that.
Absolutely, absolutely, and people see it. I mean, I think just back, I've been kind of known as the air conditioned man at St. Bernadette. We've funded a lot of air conditions. We have a huge campus, and so to keep these air conditions running, the iGiveCatholic has been able to come through this year, where we want to redo the tables in our school cafeteria, something that we use all the time, and then refurbish one of our meeting rooms in our church campus. And so these great projects, people get behind, and I just look back and, our school fence and, updates in our gym and missionary efforts way back when I was at St. Thomas Aquinas, and just seeing the generosity of the people, it's been amazing.
And since I know people are called to give right now, Jason, put that back up. I want to be able to show you the website to be able to go and give and just kind of see where we are. So, Jay, if you wouldn't mind putting that back up for us. Again, we've got some of the leaderboards again about how people are donating. But scroll down, Jay, if you don't mind, or scroll up. Thank you very much. And again, we see that 911,000. I want to let you know that, as Amy mentioned, that we've done more than $1 million the last couple of years. And so,
Sure.
Father and I are going to do our part. I'm going to challenge everybody here watching and listening to do your part. We need so many different people to be able to do that. Just whatever you can do, whatever God has maybe blessed you to be able to do, please do, and be able to kind of share with our community. Because like Father mentioned, like Amy mentioned, these funds stay right here. They stay in our parishes, and they take care of everybody here in the Diocese of Houma Thibodeau. We want to take a short break because I want to talk a little bit more about the program itself. I want to challenge people, and I want to talk about all the things that it's been able to help over the years. So we're going to do that. All right, so thank y'all for sticking with us. Stick around as well. We'll be right back right here on Bayou Time talking about how you can help us in the iGiveCatholic program.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Hello, and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And, as we talk about people and their definitions, we welcome back Amy Poinson and Father Andre Melançon. Thank y'all both for being here. One of the ways I don't always identify myself as a very proud Catholic. And so I think that that's very important. A lot of times people in life sometimes consider where their faith is, or maybe some challenges to their faith. iGiveCatholic is a way for people to be able to say, I believe, I am a Catholic, or I want to come back and see what the Catholic Church has to offer. And iGiveCatholic is a way to be able to do that.
It is.
And so it's exciting. And so I want to challenge people to be able to do that. One of the things we did, we put up the website and we showed people the money that had been given, and that was through Giving Day on Tuesday. But now the challenge is that you can go do that personally at your parish, or maybe your new parish. And we want to challenge people to do that. So, Amy, we're wanting people to kind of come and really be able to be present and connect with their parish. And they could do that by bringing a check or bringing cash and making that donation.
Yeah, just make a little trip over to your church parish. Go visit Father Andre. Go visit any of your priests or your principals. Send that check in with your kiddo. And it's going to go towards the total at your parish or at your school specifically. But now's the time to really at a grassroots level pick that parish, find the one that is calling you, that's home to you, and help them, support them in whatever their effort may be. This program, iGiveCatholic, has been able to do some substantial things in our diocese that, quite frankly, I'm not sure everyone realizes that it even happened because of iGiveCatholic.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's kind of behind the scenes, right? The church did this, and people sometimes want to ask where the money came from, or they wonder, or sometimes they just don't know.
Yeah.
But iGiveCatholic is making a difference in the ministries of the Diocese of Houma Thibodeau, and those ministries are impacting lives. And Father, you see it every day.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're chit and chatting, and right after I left St. Thomas Aquinas, we had a dream, a vision to build an adoration chapel for quite a while. And so they used the iGiveCatholic platform to raise that money to build this beautiful adoration chapel. So many people use it in Thibodeau. Also, I remember another big project that iGiveCatholic was a big part of the new formation house for priestly formation that was built. So these are some substantial projects that have been able to be funded through generosity. I want us to say too, we talk about, giving to your parish, but one thing I notice is that I'll see people who contribute to multiple parishes or multiple schools. They look through the things that are going on, they'll look at the different projects, and they'll say, well, I have a connection to Vanderbilt, or I have a connection to St. Gregory, and I may not have children there. Maybe my children went there, or maybe I just love what they're doing there, and I want to try to spread my money out a little bit and really be able to have an impact on several different ministries. And I think that's awesome. Even just for you to go on the website and just take a few minutes to look at the things that are going on and the projects that are trying to be funded, and it'll inspire you that really good things are happening, and people are trying to accomplish some great things for God's kingdom.
Okay, well, I'll Father Joey's probably watching, and so now I'll have to match what I'm doing at St. Bernadette. I will match with what I'm doing at Murray Immaculata, technically my home parish. So
Father Joey would be very happy.
Yeah. So okay, sorry, Father, you're not second. You're equal.
They're doing some facility upgrades.
Exactly.
So, yes,
exactly.
they are to beautify the church parish even more, especially after Hurricane Ida.
And one of those extra programs, and Father Joey does a great job of it. And I'm not sure where it comes in, if iGiveCatholic helps to sponsor or not. They help really build couples and strengthen them through the Catholic Church, which is a wonderful, the marriage is a wonderful way to really celebrate God. And I don't know that people always realize that
it's a vocation.
Is one exactly.
Vocation.
That's exactly. You took the words out of my mouth. Marriage is one of our vocations to be able to do that. Very important. And again, it's just the different churches and their ministries and what they could do. And iGiveCatholic is one of the ways to be able to do that. As again, Jason kind of shares with us some of those funds.
It's fun to just, I really encourage you just go take a look at some of these, what's going on. At St. Joseph Co-Cathedral, they're renovating the girls' bathrooms, which hasn't been touched in, I think, since the dinosaurs probably roamed the earth.
Yes.
The Office of Vocations and to Priesthood, they're separating 2 rooms at the House of Formation to add another seminarian there.
Right.
Which is the future of our church.
Absolutely.
St. Mary's School is upgrading their intercom system because it sounds like Charlie Brown in the classroom. So essential things that are happening, some very powerful projects, and they just simply need the prayers and they need the support.
And I love the fact, and Father, I'll let you finish in just a sec. I love the fact that we get to help empower these churches and schools to really be able to bring God to them wherever they are. And this is an option to really do that. Go ahead, Father.
Our project at St. Bernadette Church is we're refurbishing the inside of our Bernadette house. It was an old house that we've had for many, many years. And one of the main ministries that meets in there is the Al-Anon ministry. This is an outreach for families who struggle with addiction. They have family members, and it kind of breaks my heart that they have to meet in a building that is, really deteriorated and really can use some love. And so just to imagine them coming in after that project is finished and having just a much more positive place to warm and cozy place to meet and to receive that comfort in their struggle with addiction and their journey challenge. Through dealing with addiction.
I've spoken at St. Bernadette at that house years ago.
That's beautiful.
And just I remember exactly what it looked like back then. So just to be able to have that is such a beautiful thing. Well, thank you so much for really embracing what God calls you to do in each of your ministries, right? And raising money to be able to celebrate and help people to come back to the church and celebrate the church and celebrate our kids and our future is just a beautiful thing. Thank y'all so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Keith.
We appreciate
Great to be here.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, that'll do it for this segment and this Bayou Time, but don't go anywhere. A whole lot more right here on HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.